So I recently put a poll up on my YouTube asking you guys what video you want next, and it turns out that you want an Overpass AWP tips and tricks video. So I'm going to be covering in this video generic tips for playing AWP on CT side and T side, peaks you can go for at the start of the round based off your spawn, plays you can make, positions I like to play, and a couple bits for T side. This video is good for all levels of play, whether you're silver, level 10, 3k Halo, playing in whatever level. So going right into it, let's talk about peak and middle. So with peak and middle, you want to have one of the top 3 spawns for peaking middle. There are a couple ways you can do it, but depending on whatever way, you always want your teammate to throw this flash. So there's a little yellow stain here. You go up to this part of the divider and you'll jump throw. The bind for that will be in the description. Now the point of that is when you do this peak, which is when you have the best spawn, it's a basic peak. You're going to catch them jumping across. If you don't see them, they're running up on the left. The teammate throws that flash, they're going to be blind. Now the other way you can actually peak middle is with the same nade set from your teammate. You can do it yourself, you'll sometimes see me do it. You aim at this flower bit, and as your crosshair goes down, you jump throw. Same flash from your teammate, but you're going to throw your smoke here. Now this is a common mistake people make, is to peek mid, they go this far out. But by this point, this dude can see me, this dude can see me, and this dude could also see me. When you jump up, you don't want to go past this wire. You want to scope here. Now it's going to be harder for the T to see you than it is for you to see them, and you'll also be able to see the dude on the stairs as well. Now the smoke back up, you can see it's kind of a one-way for me, where the T's not being able to see me, but I can see them. So the point of this is you're able to kill one, play this angle, kill another one as he comes playground. Maybe you can come round and kill another one. So that's why you kind of want to peek mid. Go aggro the AWP, an overpass, get a couple of kills for your team, set the round up. You can also peek con, normal peek. For con, when you have the best spawn, you can sometimes throw a flash here. But you kind of just want to crouch peek, okay? You don't want to peek standing up, it's really slow. You kind of want to lip off this ledge and then peek. Obviously, like I said, you'll want a teammate supporting you when you're doing the flashes. This is a really good map to play when you're with a pre-made. But one thing I like to do is play front toilets. You see a lot of AWPers, they'll play this basic position, they'll kill one, they come out con, they'll try and kill another, and they normally die here. You can tell if an AWPer's bad because they keep dying in this area in toilets. Mix it up, you know, realise where you're going to go after you get your first kill. You shoot there, you can fall back into deep toilets. What I like to do is I like to scope back in, walk back into banana, maybe kill another one. Now, other plays you can make, you can actually play this side of toilets. They run out middle, you can kill one, go long, get your teammate to flash over, or you can flash for yourself. Nothing wrong with bouncing the flash off. And you can kill the T on the rock, kill another one. Or you can wait for them to push you and then they have to walk into your crosshair. So that's another play you can do, just playing around the toilets. Or what I like to do is after throwing a mid molly, I like to scope up here. T comes around the corner. I'll set up this flash. And I'll literally scope back on in the angle as the flash is going. That way they're having to play anti and I can peek on it. Hold this angle. Don't swing wide because they can still be posted. And maybe get another kill. So that's another way you can actually play long. Now when you're actually playing towards a site, it's important that you guys know you can actually jump spot toilets from the map. Actually seeing the toilets. Map's a good position to play as well. Don't be afraid to play here, especially if you've got a smoke. You can play around it. Do something crazy like jump on top of it. If you're ever jump spotting because you're on your own, jump spot from here, you'll be able to see long and banana. So make sure you're paying attention. Truck is a great place to play. You can isolate long, isolate from banana. You can also money long, you can also money banana without looking. It's just that in general, it's a good place to play with the AWP. Another thing I like to do is play around default. You can peek left, you can peek right, you can peek long. Do end up losing a side, always come back to bank. Hold this cross, that way you know they're either going to be long or banana. Last bit of tips for playing A with an AWP. Don't be afraid to take this angle, especially if you've got a teammate there or inside the toilet. And even if you're on your own and you're trying to go for an early pick, around like 50 seconds, you've given up toilets control. Post up here, they jump up on there, on the bench, you might be able to kill one. The point is with playing up here is when they throw flashes, normally come over from the bench, you're in front of the flash, you'll be able to get one, and immediately play in another good angle. Just important with AWP to have a fallback plan. So if you've got the spawn for B, there are a couple of peaks you can take. One of them is post on this. This is quite like a 2016. I want to say peak for the AWP to post here. You can kill one, immediately go back to being safe. You can actually get boosted up here with an AWP, kill one there. Or what I like to do is mid-round, once we know that A is clear and there's not much noise, my teammates are telling me there's one B water. Jump up here, double scope here. If they jump up here to set up a nade, easily kill. The last peek you can really do with an AWP if you're playing B at the start of the round, have a teammate run boost you across. The T wouldn't have seen you move. And actually slowly kill him and kill him. And because of right-eyed peek, he's not able to see you. So, moving on the T side, there's going to be 3 spawns that are quite good. Using the best spawn for T side, the one on the left out of the 3, you can come up here and on stairs, and if they haven't smoked, they're probably peeking lower, or they sometimes like the dry peek upper. But it's actually sometimes a good idea to just hold for the one way, the headshot angle peek. That way you can flick down if you need to. It's much easier to flick to a bigger target. If you do kill one, some good nade utility you can use. If they molly and you get across. So that is a smoke, and that is a molly for pie. So that's going to stop him from you aggressing here. That's going to cover him there, so they can't kill you when you're crossing. You can actually get a teammate to boost you here if you know the AWP's still playing Divider, and you can get a cheeky kill on the AWP. Another play you can make with the AWP T side is you can actually go for a fast com peek. You can actually surf off the pallet, scope up here, kill one, move back. Another play you can make with an AWP T side is if you know the CTs aren't smoking monster early, pull the AWP out, jump across, scope in on this angle. Sometimes AWP will peek, all you got to do is win the aim draw. If your teammate are taking B water, don't be afraid to come with them, just don't be the first player, maybe be the second or third. You're going to be really useful for boosting up here. Or what I like to do, I like to sometimes scope up early, and I like to walk in on this angle. Sometimes you'll catch a dude in rotation, maybe they'll peek, but don't go too aggressive with the AWP. And that was it. That was it for this video. The last tip I have with the AWP is, if you have no toilets control, don't be afraid. Walk in to toilets with the AWP. Get some information for you. Make sure you play it properly. Don't just walk in like this, you know. Play the angles properly. Crosshair placement with an AWP is also really important. And maybe a nade pull. Hold here, kill one, come back, play around it. If you're not hearing anything, clear this. And post and just say, look, I've got toilets. And that's it. That's really everything you need to know for playing Overpass in pugs or in scrims with an AWP. This isn't really a super detailed guide, it's just a quick tips of things you could do, maybe things you didn't know about, especially that mid peak, you know, you don't want to extend on that. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe and comment. Join the Discord to be involved in the discussion. I'll probably put a poll up on what type of video you guys want next, but